Hello there, and welcome to Sleepy Science. Tonight, we leave the noise of the surface world behind. We are drifting down past the reach of the light into the quietest, most hidden realm on Earth, the deep ocean. It is a place of profound stillness, a world cradled in cold and darkness, where the weight of miles of water rests above. It sounds empty. It sounds desolate. But beneath that calm, a secret, vibrant life continues. Hibernation, as we have discussed, is nature's hidden art of survival, the science of waiting. The deep ocean is nature's hidden empire. It is the science of adaptation, of thriving in conditions that seem impossible. Here, life finds a way not just to endure, but to create its own light, its own energy, its own rules. This evening, we will journey together into that silence. We will let the pressure of the day dissolve, much like the light fading from the sea above. If you enjoy these quiet journeys, I invite you to like, subscribe, or share a thought below. It helps others find their way here too, one sleepy soul at a time. But for now, just breathe. Allow your eyes to grow heavy. Allow the sounds of your world to fade, replaced by the imagined gentle hush of the deep. Let's begin. Our journey starts not in the deep, but on the surface, the epipelagic zone, the sunlight zone. This is the ocean we know from postcards and dreams. It is a world saturated with light. The sun's rays pierce the water, painting everything in vibrant blues, greens, and yellows. This light is energy. It feeds the phytoplankton, the microscopic meadows of the sea, which in turn feed the krill, which feed the small fish, which feed the larger fish, the dolphins, the whales, the turtles. It is a world of motion, of sound. The cheerful clicks of dolphins echolocating, the rasp of a parrotfish grazing on coral, the rhythmic, powerful pulse of a sea turtle's flippers propelling it through the blue, the roar of a wave crashing, felt even yards below. This is a busy, competitive, and brilliant world. It is the engine of our planet's climate, a vast, breathing blanket of blue. Life here is fast, abundant, and defined by the sun. Every creature is part of a complex, visible web, chasing, fleeing, or basking in the warmth. The coral reefs are cities of light, bustling with activity. The open ocean is a vast prairie where herds of tuna migrate across continents of water. We feel the warmth on our skin. We see the sparkle of light refracting, creating diamonds on the surface. We are comfortable here. It is familiar. But our journey is not in this light. Our journey is down. We begin our descent, leaving the bright, noisy surface world behind. We pass the 100-meter mark, the 200-meter mark. The light begins to change. We are now entering the twilight zone, the mesopelagic. This zone stretches from 200 meters down to about 1,000 meters. And true to its name, it is a world of eternal twilight. The sun's rays can no longer penetrate with force. The vibrant reds, oranges, and yellows of the spectrum have been filtered out by the water above. All that remains is a deep, monochromatic, silvery blue. The world has lost its color, but it has gained a new kind of mystery. The pressure here is already immense, up to 1,500 pounds per square inch, yet life is abundant. In fact, this zone is home to the largest migration on Earth, a migration that happens every single night. It is called the Di-L vertical migration. As the sun sets, a living shadow rises from the deep. Trillions of creatures, lanternfish, squid, krill, and copepods ascend from the twilight darkness to feed in the richer, safer moonlit waters of the surface. They feast all night, and just before the first hint of dawn, before the predatory birds and larger fish can see them, they begin their long, slow journey back into the safety of the twilight gloom. This migration is so vast, so dense with life, that during World War II, sonar operators were mystified by a false bottom in the ocean that appeared every night and vanished every morning. They called it the deep scattering layer. It was not land, it was life. Here in the twilight, we also encounter one of the deep ocean's most fundamental forces, marine snow. It is not snow as we know it. It is a slow, constant, gentle rain of organic matter from the world above. Flakes of dead phytoplankton, fragments of zooplankton, fecal pellets, dust, all of it drifting slowly, slowly down like a blizzard in slow motion. For the creatures in the sunlight zone, this is waste. For the creatures in the twilight zone and below, this is life. It is the food that powers almost everything in the deep. And so, life here is adapted to this new reality, to the dim light and to the falling snow. Look there, a shape in the gloom, the hatchetfish. It is a small, bizarre, beautiful creature. Its body is paper-thin, compressed laterally like a silver coin. Its eyes are not on the side of its head, but are large, tubular, and point straight up. They are like twin telescopes designed to capture the faintest glimmer of a silhouette against the dim blue light from above. They are hunting for the shadows of marine snow or the shadow of a copepod. But the hatchetfish has a predator, and that predator is also looking for its shadow. So the hatchetfish has developed one of nature's most magical forms of camouflage. It is called counter-illumination. Along its belly, the hatchetfish has rows of light-producing organs called photophores. It can control the intensity of this light. It looks up, senses the exact brightness of the water above it, and then turns on its belly lights to match it perfectly. From below, its own light erases its shadow. It becomes invisible. It melts into the twilight, a ghost in the blue. This light, this bioluminescence, is the language of the twilight zone. It is not sunlight, but living light, light made by chemical reactions inside an organism's body. And it is not just for camouflage. Here we see the shimmering, gelatinous form of a ctenophore, or comb jelly. It is not a true jellyfish. It moves not by pulsing a bell, but by beating 8 tiny rows of cilia, or combs. As they beat, they refract the dim light, creating a dazzling, hypnotic, pulsating rainbow. It is a tiny, living discotheque drifting in the silence. And then there is the vampire squid. Its name is misleading. It is not a vampire, and it is not truly a squid. It is in its own ancient order. It is a living fossil, a relic from a time before squid or octopus. It is small, perhaps the size of a football, with a velvety black or dark red cloak of skin. It has 8 long arms and 2 retractable filaments, all connected by a web of skin. If you look at it, it resembles a dark umbrella. And it is covered in photophores. Its light is not for hunting. Its light is for defense. When a predator, perhaps a deep-diving seal, approaches, the vampire squid does something extraordinary. It pulls its web of arms up over its body, turning itself inside out, revealing rows of dull spines. But if that doesn't work, it has another trick. From the tips of its arms, it ejects a cloud of sticky, sparkling, bioluminescent mucus, a cloud of light. The predator is blinded, confused, dazzled by this sudden explosion of sparks, and in that moment, the vampire squid extinguishes its own lights and vanishes into the darkness, leaving its attacker to paw at a phantom cloud of glitter. The Twilight Zone is a world of shadows, ghosts, and living light. It is a world of vertical commuters, of telescopes, and of camouflage we can barely imagine. But we must continue. We must go deeper. We pass the 1,000-meter mark. The last, faintest, most poetic trace of sunlight is gone. We are now in a world of absolute, permanent, and total darkness. We have entered the midnight zone, the bathyal pelagic. This realm stretches from 1,000 meters down to 4,000 meters. The pressure here is crushing, reaching over 5,800 pounds per square inch. The water is cold, just a few degrees above freezing. And there is no light, ever. The dial vertical migration does not reach this deep. The rules change again. Life here is slow. It is patient. Metabolism slows to a crawl, a whisper, much like an animal in hibernation. Food is incredibly scarce. The marine snow is thin and picked over by the time it reaches this depth. A creature here might wait days or weeks or months for a single, substantial meal. And so, the life here is adapted for 2 things: conserving energy and making the absolute most of any opportunity. The bodies of creatures here are different. They are often gelatinous, watery, composed of very little muscle. Muscle is expensive. It requires energy to build and maintain. Jelly and water are cheap. They are neutrally buoyant, so the creature doesn't have to expend energy swimming. It just hangs, drifting, waiting. The colors are different too. In a world without light, color is meaningless as camouflage. Many creatures here are a deep, velvety black, designed to absorb the light of other creatures. Or they are a dull, pigmentless red. Red is the first color to be filtered out by water. In the deep, red light does not exist. To be red in the deep ocean is to be, effectively, black. You are invisible. The red prawn, for example, looks bright red in our lights, but in its own world, it is a ghost. And because there is no sunlight, bioluminescence is no longer just for camouflage. It is for everything. It is for communication. It is for luring prey. It is for finding a mate. It is the only language spoken in this vast, dark, silent world. And its most famous speaker is the anglerfish. We all know the image: a grotesque, globular body, a cavernous mouth filled with long, backward-pointing, needle-sharp teeth, and from its head a long, fleshy appendage, a fishing rod. At the tip of this rod is a fleshy, glowing lure called an esca. This lure is filled with symbiotic bioluminescent bacteria. The fish itself does not glow. It is a farmer. It provides the bacteria with a safe home and nutrients, and the bacteria in turn provide the fish with a constant, hypnotic, blue-green light. The anglerfish drifts in the dark. It is all mouth and stomach. It expends almost no energy. It just waits, and it dangles its light. A small fish or crustacean, perhaps mistaking the light for a smaller creature, or simply drawn by a pinprick of curiosity in the endless dark, swims closer, closer. The anglerfish does not chase. It simply waits for the prey to touch the lure. And then, in a fraction of a second, its jaws unhinge, its mouth expands to an incredible size, and it inhales. The prey is trapped by the backward-pointing teeth. It cannot escape. The anglerfish and swallow prey twice its own size. Its stomach is elastic. It must. A meal this large may be its last for a year. It must make it count. But this brings up a profound problem. In this vast, cold, empty darkness, how does an anglerfish find another anglerfish? How does it find a mate? The solution is one of the most bizarre and beautiful in all of nature. The male anglerfish is tiny, a fraction of the size of the female. He has no lure. He has no giant expandable stomach. In fact, he barely has a digestive system. He has only one thing: enormous, highly developed olfactory organs. He is a swimming nose. He is born for one purpose only: to find the scent, the pheromone trail of a female. He follows this invisible thread through the dark, perhaps for weeks. When he finally finds her, this giant glowing goddess in the void, he does something final. He latches on, usually on her belly or side, and he never lets go. His body begins to change. His jaws fuse with her skin. His blood vessels connect with hers. His eyes, his fins, his own circulatory system all wither away. He becomes a permanent appendage. He is nothing more than a living, attached pair of testes, drawing all his nutrients from her blood and providing her with sperm whenever she is ready to spawn. He has solved the problem of finding a mate by becoming a part of her. It is an act of total, permanent sacrifice, an assurance that in the vast, lonely dark, she will never be alone again. The dark is full of such strategies. Look, another light. Not a lure, but two, like headlights. This is the dragonfish. It is long, black, and eel-like. It has a glowing lure on a barbel hanging from its chin, but it has another, more sinister trick. Most bioluminescence in the ocean is blue-green. This is because blue-green light travels farthest in water. Most deep-sea creatures have eyes that are only capable of seeing blue-green light. The dragonfish sees this. and it has evolved a secret weapon. Beneath its eye, it has a special photophore that produces red light. The dragonfish can see this red light, but its prey cannot. It is like a sniper with an infrared scope. It swims through the dark, illuminating a private, invisible spotlight, spotting its prey, perhaps a small red prawn, and striking before the prawn even knows it was being watched. And then there is the gulper eel, or the pelican eel. It is perhaps the most minimal of all fish. It is barely a fish at all. It is a mouth, a stomach, and a long, whip-like tail. Its body is almost nothing. Its skeleton is barely calcified. Its muscles are threads. But its mouth is a gigantic, scoop-like pouch, loosely hinged to a tiny skull. It can open its mouth wide enough to swallow creatures far, far larger than itself. It is a living net. It drifts through the dark, its mouth agape, sweeping the water, hoping to randomly encounter anything. A fish, a squid, a dense cloud of marine snow. At the tip of its long tail, it has a complex, glowing photophore. It is thought that it may wave this tail, using the light to draw prey toward its waiting, cavernous mouth. It is a life of pure, patient optimism. A life of low-cost, high-reward strategy. The Midnight Zone is not a monster movie. It is a museum of efficiency. It is a place where life has been stripped down to its bare, essential, and often beautiful components. A world of living lights, secret codes, and patient, waiting mouths. But we are not at the bottom. Not yet. We leave the inky midwater and continue our descent. We fall past 4,000 meters, 6,000 meters. We have entered the abyss, the abysso-pelagic zone. This is the true floor of the ocean, a vast, rolling, endless plain of mud covering more than 60% of the Earth's surface. The pressure is beyond comprehension, up to 8,800 pounds per square inch. The cold is relentless, hovering just at freezing. The darkness is absolute. And the silence? The silence is profound. This is the largest and least explored habitat on Earth. The snow that began in the twilight, that thinned in the midnight, is now a barely perceptible, nutrient-poor dust. This abyssal ooze is a mixture of mud and the skeletal remains of phytoplankton and zooplankton that have rained down for millennia. To live here, you must be a specialist. You must be a master of scavenging. You must be a detritivore, an eater of dust. And the king of this realm is the sea cucumber, the holothurian. They are everywhere. These strange, leathery, sausage-shaped creatures crawling slowly across the mud. They are the earthworms of the deep. They move with painstaking slowness, using tiny hydraulic tube feet, and they eat the mud. They ingest the abyssal ooze, pass it through their simple digestive tracts, and extract the tiny, tiny fraction of organic matter it contains. They are the planet's ultimate recyclers. They are cleaning the ocean floor, one mouthful of mud at a time. Some are bizarre. The sea pig is a translucent
pinkish, swollen-looking cucumber with long, stilt-like tube feet that lift it just above the mud. Some are beautiful. The Spanish dancer sea cucumber is a bright red swimming species that undulates through the water with a graceful flamenco-like motion. But for the most part, this is a world of slow, creeping, pale creatures. The tripod fish, which rests on the mud on 3 long, stilt-like fins, waiting for a current to bring a tiny copepod to its mouth. The pale, ghost-white crabs and starfish picking at the ooze. It is a world of extreme patience, a world that seems to be running in the slowest possible motion. But then, something happens that changes everything. A whale fall. A great whale, perhaps a blue whale or a sperm whale, dies in the sunlight zone, miles above. Its massive body, weighing dozens of tons, begins to sink. It falls for hours. Through the sunlight, through the twilight, through the midnight. When it lands on the abyssal plain, it is like a bomb of life exploding in a desert. In this nutrient-poor world, the arrival of a whale carcass is a lottery win. It is a banquet that will last for decades. The first to arrive are the mobile scavengers, the hagfish, primitive eel-like creatures that burrow into the flesh. The sleeper sharks, ancient and slow, that tear off huge chunks of blubber. Giant, pale crabs arrive, clambering over the corpse. This stage can last for years.
Then come the enrichment opportunists. Snails, worms, and crustaceans that colonize the bones and the surrounding mud, feeding on the smaller, enriched scraps of flesh. And then the final, strangest stage, the sulfur-philic or sulfur-loving stage. As the bones decay, the lipids, the fats inside them, are broken down by bacteria. This process releases chemicals like hydrogen sulfide. And this chemical, which is toxic to us, is food for a whole new set of bacteria. These chemosynthetic bacteria colonize the bones, and in turn, they are fed upon by new communities of worms, clams, and snails. A single whale skeleton can support this unique, complex ecosystem for 50 or even 100 years. It is an oasis of life, a temporary city built on a foundation of death in the middle of the endless muddy plain. The abyss is a world of dust eaters and whale feasters, a world of profound, patient silence, broken by rare, explosive events of life. But there is a place deeper still. We drift from the flat abyssal plain toward a trench, a canyon, a scar in the Earth's crust. We are now entering the Hadal Zone, the trenches. This zone exists only in the deepest parts of the ocean, from 6,000 meters down to the very bottom, nearly 11,000 meters, the Challenger Deep in the Mariana Trench. Hadal. The name comes from Hades, the Greek god of the underworld. It is a fitting name. The pressure here is over 16,000 pounds per square inch. It is the equivalent of having 50 jumbo jets stacked on your body. This pressure is so extreme that it changes the very rules of chemistry. It warps proteins, It makes calcium carbonate, the material of shells and bones, dissolve. It was long believed that no life, certainly no complex life, could exist here. We were wrong. We see them, captured by the lights of our robotic submersibles, pale, translucent, ethereal creatures. The Hadal snailfish. It is the deepest living fish ever discovered. It is small, perhaps 11 inches long. It has no scales. Its bones are not bone at all, but flexible cartilage. Its body is translucent, gelatinous. You can see its organs through its skin. It is a creature that should not be, and yet it is the top predator in its world. It thrives here. We see them in groups, amphitheaters of them, gathered together, feeding on tiny shrimp-like amphipods. How do they survive? How do their proteins not collapse? They have evolved a special molecule, an osmolyte called TMAO, trimethylamine N oxide. This molecule, in simple terms, acts as a chemical scaffold. It surrounds the fish's proteins, protecting them, bracing them against the crushing pressure, allowing them to fold and function correctly. The deeper the fish lives, the more TMAO it has. It is a perfect biochemical solution to an engineering problem we can barely comprehend. The Hadal zone is not an empty pit. It is a unique, isolated, and surprisingly active ecosystem. It is a world of amphipods and the pale, gelatinous snailfish that hunt them. It is a world that has adapted not just to darkness, not just to cold, but to a force so great it should stop life itself. But it doesn't. Life finds a way.
What if there is a place in the deep ocean, a place of total darkness that does not get its energy from the sun at all? A place that creates its own energy from the very core of the earth. Let us leave the trench and move back to the abyssal plain. We are following a heat signature. We are following a chemical trail. We are approaching a place where the tectonic plates are pulling apart, a place where the Earth's crust is thin. And there, in the darkness, we see it. A tower, a chimney, a black smoker, a hydrothermal vent. This is an underwater geyser, a fissure in the seafloor, spewing a plume of superheated water. The water, which has seeped down into the Earth's crust, has been heated by magma. It is not 100 degrees Celsius. It is 400 degrees Celsius, hot enough to melt lead. But it does not boil because the pressure of the deep ocean is so great. This water is not just hot, it is a chemical soup, rich in minerals it dissolved from the rocks, sulfur, iron, zinc, and most importantly, hydrogen sulfide. This is the chemical that gives rotten eggs their smell. It is a deadly poison to almost all life on Earth. But here, it is the source of life. This is an oasis, not in a desert of sand, but in a desert of cold, dark mud. The water erupting from the vent is black with minerals. But the vent itself is not black. It is white. It is covered. It is alive. This is an ecosystem built not on photosynthesis, synthesis from light, but on chemosynthesis, synthesis from chemicals. The base of this food web is not phytoplankton, it is bacteria, archaea. These ancient, extremist microbes thrive in the boiling, toxic water. They eat the hydrogen sulfide, they metabolize the sulfur, and in doing so, they create energy. They create life from scratch in total darkness. And this explosion of microbial life supports an ecosystem as dense, as vibrant, and as alien as a rainforest on another planet. Look at the vent. It is covered in a forest of giant tube worms. They are 6 feet tall. They have no mouth. They have no stomach. They have no gut. They have no way to eat. They are a vibrant, lipstick red color. This red is not pigment. It is a plume of gills, rich with a unique kind of hemoglobin, a blood that is extraordinarily good at absorbing both oxygen from the seawater and, astonishingly, the toxic hydrogen sulfide from the vent. How do they live? Inside the tube worm's body, in a special organ called a trophosome, live trillions of symbiotic chemosynthetic bacteria. The worm is a farmer. Its red plume is a gill, a lung that gathers the ingredients. It gathers oxygen from the water and hydrogen sulfide from the vent. Its special blood transports these two chemicals, one for life, one for poison, safely, without them reacting, to the bacteria living inside it. The bacteria take these ingredients and they work their chemical magic. They eat the sulfide and they produce sugars. They produce energy. They produce so much energy that they feed themselves and they feed their host, the worm. The worm does not need to eat. It is fed from within. It is a creature running on geothermal energy and poison. It is a living power plant, and it is not alone. Clambering over the base of the worms, we see the Yeti crab. It is pale, white, and blind. Its arms are covered in long, hair-like bristles, which are, in turn, covered in mats of chemosynthetic bacteria. The Yeti crab is a farmer. It waves its arms in the vent water, planting its bacteria, bathing them in the rich chemical soup. And then, using special comb-like mouth parts, it harvests its arms. It scrapes off the bacteria and eats them. It is grazing on its own personal arm garden. There are ghostly white crabs, blind, scuttling over the rocks. There are limpets and snails grazing on the bacterial mats. There are dandelion siphonophores drifting by. This is a world of impossible life. A world that proves conclusively that life does not need the sun. It is a world that has forced us to rewrite the textbooks on biology. It has forced us to reconsider where we might find life, not just on our own planet, but in the universe. Perhaps on Europa, the icy moon of Jupiter, which we believe has a deep, liquid ocean warmed by tidal forces. Perhaps it too has hydrothermal vents. Perhaps it too has a life built on chemosynthesis, waiting in the dark. The discovery of these vents in 1977 was as profound as landing on the moon. It was the discovery of a truly new and truly alien world right here on Earth. Our journey is nearing its end. We have traveled from the bright, busy surface to the dark, patient abyss. We have found light made from chemicals. We have found life built on poison. We think of the deep as silent, as the ultimate sleepy science. And it is. It is a world of profound, deep, quiet. But it is not perhaps as silent as we think. If we were to hang here in the dark and simply listen, what would we hear? If we had the right equipment, hydrophones, we would hear sound. We would hear the natural sounds of the planet, the deep, low-frequency rumble of a distant earthquake, its sound waves traveling thousands of miles through the water. The groan and crack of tectonic plates shifting against each other. The hiss of a hydrothermal vent, the sound of boiling water meeting cold. We would also hear the sounds of life. The loudest sound in the ocean is not a storm. It is the click of a tiny snapping shrimp, creating a cavitation bubble that collapses with a sound so loud and so hot it can stun its prey. And we would hear the whales. The deep ocean is a sound channel, the SOFAR channel. At a certain depth, the combination of temperature and pressure traps sound, allowing it to travel with astonishing clarity for thousands of miles. This is the channel the great whales use. We would hear the long, low, haunting, complex songs of the humpback whale. Songs that are not just calls, but compositions with repeating themes, evolving from year to year. We would hear the powerful, percussive, deep clicks of the sperm whale echolocating in the dark, hunting for giant squid. A sound so powerful it could, at close range, vibrate a human to death.
These are the songs, the calls, the clicks that echo through the silent deep. And sadly, we would hear another sound. We would hear us. We would hear the low, grinding, persistent drone of ship engines, a sound that travels from the surface and fills the deep, creating a persistent acoustic fog. We would hear the sharp, deafening, explosive pulse of sonar from military ships and oil and gas exploration, a sound that can panic, disorient, and even kill the whales and dolphins who rely on sound to see. Our noise is polluting the silence. It is blinding the creatures who speak with sound. The deep ocean, this last great quiet refuge, is not as quiet as it once was. It is a fragile, precious, and beautiful silence. A silence we are only just beginning to understand. As we ascend, we leave this world behind. We rise up through the abyss, past the sleeping sea pigs. We rise up through the midnight zone, past the anglerfish, her tiny devoted mate fused to her side. We rise
up through the twilight zone, past the hatchetfish, its belly lights winking out as it rises to feed. We rise up toward the light. The deep, inky blue becomes a lighter, silvery blue. The pressure eases, the water warms, and suddenly we are back in the familiar sunlit world. We have returned from a journey to another planet, a planet hidden within our own. The deep ocean is not a barren, empty, scary place. It is a world of sublime, slow, and patient adaptation. It is a world of living light. It is a world of living chemistry. It is a world that reminds us that life is resilient, that life is creative, and that life can thrive in the most unlikely and most quiet of places. It is the heart of our planet, and its stillness beats with a slow, powerful, hidden pulse. As we drift off to sleep tonight, let us carry a piece of that stillness with us, the patience of the anglerfish, the resilience of the snailfish, the quiet, profound darkness of the abyss. Let us find that deep, calm, quiet place within ourselves. Perhaps next time we will drift, not down, but up into the ancient, silent wisdom of the stars. Good night.